to Midday Prayer. We're going to start in a minute. Hopefully, some people will join in. I'm going to share an Advent. I'm going to keep with this Reflections for Advent book that I was sharing with you all on Monday. And hopefully, this will be good. So I will just mute myself for a minute and then I will start when I know that some people are here. Hi, Mom. Good afternoon, Beth. Okay, we're just gonna start. Um, so I've been going through this Advent um, reflections for Advent and Christmas, um, and it's called Under African Skies. I talked about it on Monday. It's written by Carolyn Butler, and it's a woman that is from South Africa. And these are quite beautiful. So I think this is a great way for us to go during this Advent. Some reflections that are written and just to think on. Even if the contemplation is like, I think there's a good point there. And also, I'm not sure I'm 100% on that. But today's reflection is called Grace Upon Grace. And um, she starts off with reading from John chapter 1, verses 1 to 2, verses 14, and verse 16. So let me put that up there if you guys want to come back to it at some point. And I'll put this verse. And that way you guys can always go back to it if you would like. I don't have the screen. I usually put like a screenshot up of it, but not today. That's okay. I will read it and it'll be fine. All right. I'll read this. You ready? In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was with God in the beginning. The Word became flesh and made his dwelling among us. We have seen his glory, the glory of the one and only, who came from the Father, full of grace and truth. From the fullness of his grace, we have all received one blessing after another. And today's reflection about grace first starts off with uh, Carolyn talking about how on the continent of Africa, there's a multitude of people, including indigenous people, and then a multitude of religions. And I think we here in the United States, this is where I'm from, we have a very similar um, kind of multitude of different religions, right? And what she's offering up is what makes Christianity different. And for her, um, the difference is that she says Christianity offers divinity that chooses to take on humanity and all that humanity experiences: birth, childhood, poverty, friendships, rejection, joy, betrayal, and in the end, death. And she continues to say, there is a profound mystery here when we meditate on the fact that God chose to undergo all we can possibly experience when God took a body of flesh and lived among us. And in that living and dying, Jesus provides for us two things that she considers no other religion offers, which is grace and the right to call God Father. That's her perspective. And also, I appreciate just the thought um, of God's grace being a part of the embodiment of the human experience. I really do appreciate that thought. I am also following another Advent practice that I sometimes repost on my own personal page. And this week is about embodiment and being in your body, staying in your body during Advent, and which is it seems very simple, but truly is not always a simple thing. When you kind of like space out or go some other place in your mind, oftentimes we can leave our bodily existence, in our imagination, or just even if like you're going through something a little hard and you want to escape that reality for a minute. This isn't a judgment, like it happens, I think, but making a choice to stay in your body and to feel what needs to be felt and to experience what happens to us in all of the ways and all of the emotions, joy, sorrow, all of things, right? And to fully embody that is it can take some practice, right? So I appreciate this reflection about how God also became human and felt and dealt and lived in a body and embodied this grace um, that we experience with God, and this grace that we connect with the divine, and how God is working in our world. So, yeah, I hope that that's very helpful for you as you're thinking through Advent and how we are waiting, in this time of anticipation and waiting. Um, and I'll read this reflection and I'll end with the prayer that she has here too. Um, but I'll also start a song because singing is fun. The reflection is: what practical impact does it have on your life to absorb the idea that God's divinity chose to experience the same human frustrations, tension, heartaches, fear that you are experiencing? You're welcome, Diane. And what shape does the fullness take in your life? What does grace mean practically to you? Do you fully realize the immeasurable gift we have received to God, our parent? So yeah, maybe that's something just to consider for today. What does that mean for us when we imagine and consider what the stories we tell? What happens when Jesus is born? This bodily form of humanity that comes to the world to be with us. So I hope that helps in some way if you're thinking about what it means to be in this time of waiting and patience and breathing and all the things. All right, so I have a new song. I just learned it not too long ago, so here's the thing. Here's hoping I sing it correctly. It's a very beautiful song. It's "Combi Among Us, oh Jesus," and I love the tune, and I love the. So give me 1 second. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna like mute myself. I'm gonna play it real quick, and then I'll give me a second. Give me a second. All right, this is gonna happen. All right, ready? I'm just gonna sing this one time, and then I'll do the prayer, and that'll be our time together. Ready? Come be among us, O Jesus. Come now and visit your people. Come and be near your children. Stay with us, Lord, abide. Shadows are deepening around us. Fast falls the eventide. Come and be near your children. Stay with us, Lord, abide. Come and be near your children. Come be among us, O Jesus. Come now and visit your people. Come and be near your children. Stay with us, Lord, abide. Shadows are deepening around us. Fast falls the evening tide. Come and be near your children. Stay with us, Lord, abide. Come and be near your children. Stay with us, Lord, abide. Let us pray. O God, our parent, all powerful God, your eternal word took flesh on earth when the Virgin Mary placed her life at the service of your plan. Lift our minds in watchful hope to hear the voice which announces his glory, and open our minds to receive the Spirit who prepares us for his coming. Amen. Y'all have a wonderful rest of your day. You are so welcome. That song is Combi Among Us, which is right there. You can, it's found in All Creation Sings, and I just love it. So glad I could get through it. Y'all have a wonderful rest of your afternoon this Wednesday. Pastor Mike will be with you on Friday. It's always wonderful to be here with you. Even though I'm talking at a camera, I know you are present, and I am grateful for all of you. Peace, y'all. Bye.